my beautiful people, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. It's your girl Maureen here, and I want to welcome you back to the channel. To my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for the love, thank you for the support. I cannot take it for granted, guys. Keep the love going, keep it going, guys. And if you're new, I want to welcome you to the channel. Welcome to the family, feel welcomed. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs, let it keep going on the comment section, guys. And today's video we're going to talk about my K-1 visa experience at the US Embassy, Kenya. So what I'm going to share is basically my personal experience. I'm not an attorney, but I'm going to talk about my personal experience and about the research that I did and that I came up with my, with my experience. So I'm not an attorney, and I want to just put a disclaimer on that. So guys, before further ado, let us get into the starting points. And these are some of the questions that I was asked and some of the possible questions that you might encounter during your K-1 visa interview. So before I went to do my K-1 interview, I did a lot of research. I looked a lot of videos regarding the K-1, and it's good to have a lot of information to build your confidence. So it's good to research and do a lot of reading, a lot of looking what others have put outside there to help you to have the clear picture what you might encounter. So guys, let's get started without wasting time. So my people, I did my interview at Embassy Kenya, and it was on 2021 March at 8 a.m. So I was at the gate at 6:30. You have to be earlier to help you go through the security check until the time, by that time 8, it's gonna find you at the interview premise. So I was at Gigiri Embassy at 6:30, and we just stand at outside, like you can't go inside before the gates were open. So we were just standing outside waiting for us to be called for the when they open the gate. So that time it was drizzling in the morning, and remember there's no shade, so it's important to get prepared. You have to make sure that your documents are okay, and I will advise to you to use the plastic, like a plastic waterproof file holder. This is gonna help you in case there's rain. It will make your documents to remain safe, guys. And that is one thing it's important to note. Make sure that you have a plastic file holder. So when the time arrived around 7, we were told to line up, and I can remember vividly that I was number 2. And this lady that was in front of me from Uganda, and I was number 2. So we went through the security check, where they're gonna look they're gonna check if you have the confirmation, interview confirmation later, and then they're gonna also check your DS-160. After that, you put your belongings on the tray, and then you go through the process of the security check 1, and then you proceed to the security check 2. Also, if you have if you have your electronic like phone, everything, you're gonna leave it there. So guys, after going all through the security check, it was time now to proceed to the next place, where the hall where the interview is taking place. So when we reached there, I was called, and they took all the checklist. I was called in a certain window, and the lady there took all the documents that they requested on the checklist, and I made sure I gave her all the documents that she requested. And this lady, she was good. She was smiling at me, and this helped me to calm down and relax. And after it took the requirements, the documents that they required, and then she gave me back whatever she was not needing. And then she told me to go back to have a seat as I wait for my name to be called for the interview. So guys, at this stage, I went back. Then I continue waiting, and I was waiting for this lady that was in front of me. She was already at the window, at the counter for our interview. So I went. When my time arrived, I was called to the interview window. At this time, I was a little bit relaxed because I've already given out some of the documents, and I've already, incorporated with the environment. So when my turn came, I was a little bit relaxed, which is very important, guys. And I was interviewed by a lady. So when the interview started, guys, it did not start well, because when the lady started talking to me, she was not loud. The mic was kind of very low, and I just asked her to, pardon me, and if she can be a little bit louder. And then she was sorry about it, which also was very very positive. So she went ahead and asked me the following questions. She asked me my full names. That was the question number 1. And also she asked me my fiancé full names, my fiancé date of birth, place of birth. I was also asked where my fiancé was born. There's another question I was asked. The names of my fiancé's parents. That also I was asked, and I gave them the answer. She also asked me when and where did we meet. So here you go ahead and describe how you met. For instance, if you met online, or if you met whatever through even mutual friends, or you just met, explain. That is your time to explain when and where. That one I was asked. And then another question I was asked, she asked me to describe the proposal, which was very interesting. So I was just telling my story, how we met and how he proposed to me. And another question I remember she asked me was, she asked me about what kind of things we like doing together. So I went ahead and explained that. And guys, also these are some of the possible questions you might encounter. What is your fiancé address and phone number? You have to know that. Has your fiancé been ever convicted by any crime? Do you have any plans to have children with your fiancé in the future? Have you ever been denied a visa for any country before? Who proposed to you? Who proposed, you or him? What is your fiancé's favorite food? How many times have you ever met in person? Does your fiancé have pets? Do you know any of your fiancé's friends? When and where did your fiancé born? That one I was asked. How long did you date before proposing? Very important to note that. Do you have any relatives in the US? That question I was asked, and I said no. Where did your fiancé attended his college? What is your fiancé's favorite color? How long did your fiancé live in the current address? How many times did your fiancé divorce, if any? You describe. And you can also be asked if your fiance divorced. You can be asked if your fiance you can be asked your fiance's ex name and your fiance's children, if any. When and how did you meet your fiance? So guys, those are some of the possible questions you might encounter during your K-1 interview. So basically, it's all about your fiance and you, and they believe that you know your fiance, and it is also, guys, important to know your person before you, because you know this is something that's gonna lead into marriage, and they just want to make sure that you know him better, and like there's nothing that you doesn't know. And your fiance, you should, because you're soon entering into marriage, you should always know about each other, like literally each other. So guys, after the interview, after all those questions I was asked, and also what I remember the question that also I was asked was the photos that we took with my fiance. And when she asked me the photos, I had this the album photo that I made. This album shows everything, like most of the photos we took together, and it describes when and where and the dates. So I made a story. I made a story album for our journey. So I had a couple of photos that describes when, where. So we took a lot of photos with our friends and families, and I put them in a story. So guys, this book saved me. This story saved me. The interviewer or the consular loved this book. She kept checking on it and, you know, just smiling and asked me questions, and she really loved this book. And guys, I can advise, if you're going for your K-1, make sure you put your things in order, indicate everything, mark them, I mean, to give you easy time to, you know, to organize yourself. Even on your file, you have to mark the documents. If they need a certain documents, you already know the mark, you just pull. You just have to to show them that you are a very organized person, you know, and you're ready to enter into that country because you are very organized. So guys, those are the tricks and that you need to know. It is your time to tell your story, and you should have confidence. And after that, the interviewer just returned my passport. I was not given the visa the same day, simply because my medical reports were expired. Guys, remember, I did the medical before the interview, and COVID hit. So by the time I was rescheduled, by the time I went to the interview, my medicals were already expired. So I was not given the visa the same day. The interviewer just gave me a white paper, and she told me I go redo my medicals, then I return my passport free or by DHL, and then it will take like few business days. Then they're gonna give me my visa stamped on my passport, and then they will return it again to me via DHL. Remember guys, it was free. Sending and receiving from the DHL was very free. And guys, and that's how I got my K-1 visa after a few weeks. So guys, I hope you learned something from this video. If you're preparing to go for your interview, be it any kind of interview, it is important, or K-1, it is important, guys, to note that make sure that you put all your documents in order. Make sure you organize them and you label them. Keep time, be honest. If you don't know anything, don't try to cook it, or to just be honest. Wear your confidence. And guys, I wish you all the best. If you're in the journey of going into the interview, I wish you all the best. And if you have any question regarding the K-1, don't hesitate to comment on the comment section. I'll be so glad to hear your thoughts and to share into details, guys. I really appreciate for your time, and see you guys on my next video. Hit, comment, and share. Thank you, and see you again on our next video. Bye bye.